don't mind the slow down anymore. I don't mind the sound of my shoes on your floor. I don't mind selling out or playing cover song, just as long as friends and family sing along. And I don't need more money or a faster car, no. Don't need a magazine to call me a superstar, no. I'm gonna take this little house and make a home, and then I'll never have to face my nights alone. 'Cause in my heart I hear you speak, and on my face I feel you breathe next to me. Two by land, by air, by sea, and that is how it's supposed to be now, and that much I can say now. I'm pulling loaves of bread down from the shelf, and how rare it is that I stay up past 12. In the backyard we are going to start a garden. If that don't sound mighty good, I beg your pardon. 'Cause in my heart I hear you speak, and on my face I feel you breathe next to me. Two by land, by air, by sea, and that is how it's supposed to be now, and that much I can say now. If they don't love us, we don't need them. Let's find our own brand of freedom. If they don't love us, we don't need them. Let's find our own brand of freedom. I don't mind the slow down anymore. I don't mind the sound of my shoes on your floor anymore.
Welcome, Katrina. You look stunning. Now, before I begin the ceremony, I'd like to read a quote by Barbara Cagg. Love is a partnership of two unique people who bring out the very best in each other and who know that even though they are wonderful as individuals, they are even better together. So good afternoon, family and friends. A very warm welcome to you all. My name is Sherry McConnell, and as a marriage celebrant, I'm duly authorised to solemnise marriages within Australia according to the laws of Australia. We're here today to share with Katrina and Ibby a most joyous occasion. They have decided to seal their love with this marriage and invited us to share in their happiness. Family and friends are important to them, as are traditions, and marriage is one of the most important traditions we follow. From now on, each partner will consider each other person's desires and needs are equal, if not more important to their own. Katrina and Ibby are pleased that you're all able to be here today to witness their public affirmation of their partnership as they commit to spend the rest of their lives together as husband and wife. They also wish to make that commitment in the presence of the people who are most important to them, you, their most much loved family and friends. Katrina and Ibby have chosen to take this step of marriage to say to the world, we are together, we are a team, and we have something very special we would like to acknowledge. Through their marriage, Katrina and Ibby also have the opportunity to create something new and exciting together. They envisage a strong, joyful and happy union. Their marriage will be based on values of acceptance, respect, sharing, openness, and unconditional love given freely to each other. Through their marriage, they will be each other's best friend as well as lover. Okay, I hope you're all ready for this one. It's their love story. Got the popcorn ready? Katrina and Ibby met at the Ivy, a nightclub in Sydney CBD, on the 3rd of November 2016. It's a well-known spot for a Thursday night, and as she walked past Ibby on the dance floor, he grabbed her arm. And when she turned to tell him off for grabbing a woman without approval, she couldn't help but see his smile. Ibby says he noticed her butt as she walked past. They quickly got talking and Ibby remembered her name. However, her friend was pulling her arm, so she left him. A few hours later, as she was about to leave the Ivy, Ibby was outside and called out her name. They got talking and Ibby told Katrina her life was going to change forever. And she sure did, or it is about to now. When Ibby's grandmother passed away, Katrina was there for him the whole time, supporting him, and this is when Ibby realised he was falling in love with her. And when Katrina went out with Ibby on New Year's Eve with two of her best friends, Millie and Sherilyn, and realised how great it was seeing how he was with them, she was smitten. During their time together, they had been struggling to spend quality time with each other, and Katrina's grandmother was visiting in Australia, but she was in Canberra. She told Ibby she wanted to go down and visit her nana, and he immediately said yes. He'd done an overnight shift the night before and picked her up as he drove home, and he drove for the first part of the journey. They had a great day seeing her nana, and Katrina realised she couldn't live without him. Ibby says his realisation came when he told Katrina he always dreamed of buying a house. And one day at breakfast he said to her, "Let's buy a house." And her answer was immediately yes. In the relationship, Ibby is calm, strong and level-headed. He has good sense with money and is street smart. Katrina always pushes Ibby out of his comfort zone and is able to calm him down. She knows what he needs without him having to say anything. Ibby always forgets to eat when he's busy with work, and she ensures he always has something to eat when he gets home, and he loves her cooking. Katrina brought back the importance of family. Doesn't matter what it is, family is number one. Together they love Sunday morning breakfast and chilled evenings on the couch just being themselves. And when Ibby is convinced and they actually go, they love travelling and being on holidays together. Ibby is a great protector and makes Katrina feel safe anywhere they go. She decides on great restaurants and activities to do. We know who the boss is, don't we? Katrina and Ibby had always spoken about getting married, but they had just bought a house, so Katrina thought it was well off into the future. It was Friday the 16th of August 2019. They had travelled from China into Hong Kong. They arrived at the hotel and were told they were chosen as the guest of the day. They got a complimentary upgrade and executive club access. Ibby was in a horrible mood and complained about everything. Hated the room, was too tired, kept going on and on about the plans for Disneyland and what time they were going to be there. So Katrina got fed up with all the questions and said, well, let's just not go to Disney. Instead, they explored the city in the afternoon, had cocktail hour in the executive club. Did you stop complaining then, Ibby? It was all right? They went back to the room and started to get comfortable for the evening, and Ibby took Katrina aside and said he loved her. Next minute he was on the floor on one knee asking her to marry him. Her answer after the shock was yes. Ibby had even asked her dad for permission and spent a few weeks getting a piece of string to measure around her finger to get the ring to fit. I asked Ibby what he loves about Katrina, and he said right from the very start, Katrina always wanted to learn and understand everything about him. She also never wanted to change him, always respects him for who he is. Ibby is always a hustler, and she accepted him and that life. She also looks after the family and has a great butt. Well, that's Ibby's words, not mine. Katrina tells me Izzy's amazing. He knows exactly what to do to make her smile and happy. He's entertaining, kind and caring. He gives great hugs and makes her laugh. He has the biggest heart and helps so many people in life. She feels privileged to be part of this journey. Ibby is the opposite of her, however. When they say opposites attract, they mean it. They come from different cultures, religions and upbringing. They grew their relationship on a foundation of trust, respect and great open communication. Now here is the story they told me during their time together. They took a boat trip to Phi Islands while on holiday in Thailand. And from the last island back to the mainland, the weather turned really bad. The captain ordered everyone to put their life jackets on and sit down. The waves were massive and they were going up and down, and the water was coming over the deck. Katrina freaked out and started panicking, and Ibby was amazing support and held her the entire way. The funny part is, Ibby can't swim. So if they were going under, he would not be much help. However, he was reassuring and just laughed the whole time, staying calm and being his same joking self. They obviously made it out safe, but Katrina found it scary while Ibby thought it was fun. So their hopes and dreams for the future are to grow old together. They'd love to buy a bigger home with a backyard. Children are definitely in the plan, with their first little one due in December. Katrina would love Ibby to continue the success of his business and for them both to be successful in their careers. Ibby would love to take Katrina to Sierra Leone to meet the family. Now their beautiful story is about to take them on a new journey, this time as husband and wife. Do I have Carlos here to do the first reading? Thank you.
Abraham is not perfect, you are not either. And then the two of you will never be perfect. But if he can make you laugh at least once, causes you to think twice, and if he admits to being human and making mistakes, hold on to him and give him the most calm. He's not going to quote poetry, he's not thinking about you every moment, but he will give you a part of him that he knows you should take. Don't hurt him, don't change him, and don't expect for more than he can give. Don't analyze. Smile when he makes you happy. Yell when he makes you mad. And miss him when he's not there. Love hard when there is love to be had. Because perfect guys don't exist, but there is always one guy that is perfect for you.
Sure. Thank you very much, Carlos. Now, Ibby and Katrina, before you were joined in marriage, in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to the law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others voluntarily entered into for life. We now have the giving away. So Katrina and Ibby are happy that their parents and Ibby's father are here to witness the pledge of their commitment to one another. They ask that her parents endorse this marriage and that they uphold the ideals Katrina and Ibby are expressing today. So now I ask of the parents, Wendy, Malcolm and Ibrahim Sr., do you offer Katrina and Ibby your love and support for the future life together? Thank you. I think I heard I do. I've got the water in the back. Now this is the point in the ceremony where Katrina and Ibby will openly declare their true intentions to be husband and wife, known as the asking. So will you, Ibby, take Katrina to be your lawful wife? Will you love, comfort, honour and cherish her in times of sickness and in health, and forsaking all others be true only to her as long as you both shall live?
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I heard it.
Will you, Katrina, take Ibby to be your lawful husband? Will you love, comfort, honour and cherish him in times of sickness and in health, and forsaking all others be true only to him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
So now, Katrina and Ibby, we've now come to the most important part of your ceremony, where you'll make pledges and your vows and exchange rings as a visible sign of your commitment to marriage. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Ibrahim Kamara,
to witness that I, Ibrahim Kamara, take you, Katrina,
and
Jane Mackenzie,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife. Katrina, I promise to give you the best of myself, to ask you of you no more than you can give. I promise to accept you the way you are, fell in love with you for your quality and ability and outlook on life that you have, and I wouldn't try to reshape you in different image. I promise to respect you as a person with your own interest, desire and needs, and to realize that one are sometimes different, but no less important than my own. I promise to keep you myself open to you, to let you see through the window of my personal wall into my innermost fear. Feeling secret dreams, I promise to go along with you, to be willing to face challenge as we both change in order to keep our relationship alive, exciting. I finally promise to love you in good times and in bad times with all I have to give, all I feel inside in the only way I know how complete and forever. Thank you very much.
It was beautiful.
I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I,
Katrina Jane Mackenzie,
take you,
Ibrahim
to
Kamara,
be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband. Thank you. Ibby, I love you. Very simple, very truly. You are the epitome of everything that I've ever looked for in another human being. There isn't another soul on this planet who has ever made me feel half the person I am when I'm with you. I'm forever changed because of who you are and what you've meant to me. You are my best friend. I love you with all my heart and stand here before all of our friends and family, sharing the happiest day of my life. I want nothing more than to share my future with you, my triumphs and my challenges, my joys and my sorrows. Together, I know we can accomplish the life we both dream of living.
May I please have the rings? The perfect circle of a ring symbolises eternity. And don't put them on yet, we haven't got to that part.
Getting it ready.
Have patience, please.
Ready to go.
Gold is a symbol of all that is holy and pure. And as you give these rings to each other, our wish is that your love will be as eternal and everlasting as these rings. In the years to come, they will remind you of the overwhelming joy of this special occasion. May you always be as happy together as you are today.
Thank you.
So, Ibby, as you place the ring on Katrina's finger, please repeat after me. Katrina, I give you today
Katrina, I give you today
this small token
the small
of
token
my commitment to you.
of my commitment to you.
Let us all be aware
May us all be aware
that you are my chosen life partner.
you are my chosen life partner.
Yay. Does it fit?
Worked on it. Did worked on it.
Today,
Ibby, I give you today
this small token of my commitment to you.
this small token of my commitment to you.
Let all be aware
Let all be aware
that you are my chosen life partner.
that you are my chosen life partner. On forever.
Now I would like to call Wendy, Katrina's mum, to read the second reading. The greatest of these is love, adaptation for the first letter of Paul to the Corinthians.
Katrina and Ibby, be ambitious for the higher gifts, and I am going to show you a way that is better than any of them. If I have all the eloquence of men or of angels, but speak without love, I am simply a gong booming or a cymbal crashing. If I have the gift of prophecy, understanding all the mysteries there are, knowing everything, but am without love, then I am nothing at all. If I give away all that I possess, piece by piece, and if I even let them take my body to burn it, but I am without love, it will do me no good whatever. This is my favourite piece. Love is always patient and kind. It is never jealous. It is never boastful or conceited. It is never rude or selfish. It does not take offence, and it is not resentful. Love takes no pleasure in other people's sins, but delights in the truth. It is always ready to excuse, to trust, to hope, and to endure whatever comes. True love does not come to an end.
Katrina and Ibby, before I pronounce you husband and wife, I have just one more thing I want you to do. Your wedding day is one day that seems to fly by. It's a day filled with emotions, friends, rings and dances. Many people remember how fleeting their own wedding day was, so I want you to take a few seconds and think about the happiness that you're feeling in this place and in this moment. Really let that feeling register in your heart and in your mind. Now I want you to think about your life together in 20 years. Where are you? What are you doing? We all know that your visions of the future are not identical, but always complementary. John Lennon once said, "A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together, that is reality, and that new reality starts now." So Katrina and Ibby, now by the powers vested in me, by the laws of this country, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Your scars, perfect darling, just the way you are. So before you think to rip yourself apart, open up my heart and you'll find love, 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 love.
Katrina and Ibby, you came here today as two single people. Now you are a married couple. I'd like to congratulate you both and wish you a lifetime of health and happiness. Kick up your heels and enjoy the celebrations. Family and friends, I present to you the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Kamara.
Open up my heart and you'll find love. It will never grow old, even when we grow up. It's up to us to stop and smell each rose. They're the colors that we show, it's the feeling that we trust, and it's the brush that we both carry. You don't ever have to look too far. You don't have to cover up your scars. You're perfect, darling, just the way you are. So before you think to rip yourself apart, open up my heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Open up my heart and you'll find love. When you're searching hard and it seems to lead to nowhere, no matter where you are, know I'll always be there. You don't ever have to look too far. You don't have to cover up your scars. You're perfect, darling, just the way you are. So before you think to rip yourself apart, open up my heart and you'll find you don't ever have to look too far. You don't have to cover up your scars. You're perfect, darling, just the way you are. So before you think to rip yourself apart, open up my heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Open up my heart and you'll find love.
First of all, it gives me great pleasure to welcome to the room Melody, Ahmed, and Forte. Next of all, we have Millie and Felix. And next of all, we have my beautiful sister Charlotte and the best man, Big Boy. finally, introducing for the first time this evening, the new Mr. and Mrs. Camera. First of all, I'd just like to say how beautiful my sister looks this evening. The ones whose evening it is, Charlotte. It's not your evening, yeah. And Ibby, of course, looking very dapper over there. The groomsmen, of course, have managed to select their tie this week, leaving things down to the last minute. And, of course, the bridesmaids, who I visited this morning in the hotel room. Getting all glammed up, look beautiful as well. So welcome here this evening. Before we start eating, Forday has come forward and is going to say a prayer for us. But then Peter Andrews is also going to say grace to get the evening started as well. So Forday.
Well, we're going to go by the Muslim prayer. If you don't know how to say Al-Fatiha, just at the end of the prayer, just say Amin or Amen. Still works. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Loving and generous Creator God, we are grateful we are able to gather here this evening to share in Katrina and Ibby's first meal as a married couple. We ask for blessings upon their marriage, for laughter and sunshine, mutual support and respect. We pray that this meal and tonight's celebration might be a time to both nourish our bodies and nourish strong relationships this day and each day. Amen.
We head into the evening as well. I'd like to acknowledge, as we saw this afternoon, that Katrina's mum and dad, Malcolm and Wendy, are here as well as Ibby's dad, Ibrahim, is also here as well. So we welcome to you and your family, as well as Ibby's mum, Salamatu, from Freetown. Also sends her wishes this evening as well. I'd just like to acknowledge some of the people that couldn't be here this evening. Obviously it is difficult for a lot of people, especially when coming together with occasions like this, such as marriages and birthdays, is very important to everybody. So it is good to acknowledge those people that are not here as well, as I'm sure they'd love to be in the room celebrating with Katrina and Ibby. So we have Ibby's cousins from America, Fuad and Kad Utu. And we also have Ibby's cousins from, I apologise for the pronunciations, we have Ibby's cousins from Melbourne as well, Sheku and Jibril. They must have been stuck in the truck with Hayley as well. We also have Musa, Ibby's uncle from the UK as well. We have Katrina's friends from Sweden, who she met on exchange in Canada, Erica and Eric Fritz. We also have Lisa from South Australia, who I've got in brackets an expert WS, which I assume is Williams-Sonoma crew. And shout out to the other Williams-Sonoma colleagues in the room, ex-colleagues, now good friends. We also have Beryl, Dave and Jeanette from Melbourne. Again, must be the same truck. We really had an issue with Melbourne. We also have Nana, and I'm sure Grandad as well is looking down this evening from New Zealand, as well as Bill and Barb Kirk, John Mayan and Alex Mackenzie, and of course Grandma Rita, Craig and Adam McQuilkin, and as I mentioned already, Ibby's mum as well. The people that couldn't be here this evening, Charlotte, Katrina's sister, arranged for a few messages to be put together. So we'd just like to play some of them this evening to ensure that their wishes are given to Ibby and Katrina tonight as well.
Hi Katrina, hi Ibram. Yes, you get your full name today, Ibram. It's your special day. I'm so sorry I can't be with you physically today, but you know I'm going to be with you in spirit anyway, darlings. Katrina, I've seen you grow from a curly-haired little munchkin into the wonderful, amazing young woman that you've become today. So, Ibram, I reckon you must be a pretty special sort of guy, because you've actually got this little girl's heart, I know. So, on your wonderful, amazing, special day, I want to just wish you every happiness in the world. Your lives together are going to be amazing, I know that. From today, you know, you become man and wife. Does that sound good? Man and wife, yay! So, enjoy every minute of this beautiful day you're going to have. Cherish each other through life. Cherish every day you have together. Go your separate ways together. And I cannot wait to catch up with you both and meet this young man. So from now, I just wish you every happiness, miss you, and can't wait to catch up with you. Have a wonderful day. Love you.
Hello, Katrina and Ibby. Lots of happy wishes on this your wedding day. All joy to you both as you start married life together. Love you both. Bye.
Yeah, hi Katrina and Ibby, all the best for your wedding today. Sorry we can't be there with you, but have a great day and we look forward to catching up with you all when we can all fly again. Have a great one.
Yeah, have fun today guys, hope it all goes well and good luck with everything.
Okay guys, have a good day, see you later.
Bye.
Greetings from Ashburton. Congratulations on your wedding today. I hope you are having a fantastic time in Sydney. I'm so sorry we can't be there to join with you today to celebrate this occasion, but our thoughts are with you and we are sending our love and best wishes for a long and happy future together.
Hi Katrina and Ibby, congratulations on your wedding.
Guys, sorry we can't be there with you tonight. Something in Melbourne called COVID has prevented us from travelling, but we just want to wish you a massive congratulations on what a remarkable achievement. Marriage is such an important, critical step in everyone's life, and we can't be there with you tonight, but we just want to say that we miss you, we love you, and we can't wait to catch up with you again.
Yeah, miss you so much. Can't wait to catch up.
Cheers, bye.
Love you.
Hey guys, sorry we couldn't make it to Australia. We would have loved to join, but we are a bit busy right now, as you can see. Hey Stella! But we do have a special Swedish wedding dance for you that we hope that you can do tonight at the wedding party. So Stella, let's go. Come on.
Go
like to say that I'm so happy that you two found each other. And Ibby, you should know that Katrina, she's totally golden. So take care of your golden wife now and have a really nice wedding. And we'll come by another time. Bye bye.
To dear Katrina and Ibby, from Mum, Beryl, myself and Dave and the kids of course, we are absolutely devastated that we can't be there on your special day. We would have loved to have been there, obviously stuck down here in Victoria, but we're thinking of you. We hope you have a fabulous day and a beautiful life together, and we're thinking of you and we're loving you and we can't wait to see you all when we can, and of course love to Wendy. Bye.
Well, hello to everyone, greetings, and particular greetings to the bridal couple, Katrina and Ibby. This has been a bit of a rocky road to get to your wedding, and it's unfortunate that a lot of us can't come, but I'm sure that hasn't stopped you having a happy day together. Congratulations on your marriage, and I trust you'll have a lot of years together in the future.
Okay, as we fade out my Nana there. Lots of love to Nana. But we do need to keep the evening moving along. I've also got a message here that I'd like to read out that Ibby's mum has sent through as well. And Ibby's mum says, "I'm so excited for your marriage, Ibrahim, so happy. May God bless you and your wife, and may God give you guys good children. Happy marriage life, son. Wish you all the best, son." So I think at this moment we'll have our first toast of the evening. If everyone could charge their glasses to Katrina and Ibby. So Ibby's mum said something interesting in that line that I think is more important this evening than would have been originally. And it says, "May God give you guys good children." 2020 has been different. Social distancing is the new norm. A lot of us have been obeying by the rules. Melbourne, no. Katrina and Ibby, no. But, of course, we're very thankful for the good news we heard. And, of course, it's something to have a wedding and a child in the same year, potentially. So, congratulations to Ibby and Katrina. Exciting times ahead of us. First child in the family for the Mackenzie side of things. I think we should acknowledge that and also charge our glasses to the health and happiness of the soon-to-be. Now we'll move on to the first speech of this evening. So I would like to welcome up my old man, Malcolm.
To start this, I was asked by Peter a couple of weeks ago, "What are you doing about the father of the bride speech?" I said, I think I'll just wing it. Peter, in his usual caring, sharing sense, said, "No, you won't. You'll write it out fully, double space, print it several times and practice it." So I whipped out my clipboard, Peter. I then sent my speech off to Charlotte and James so I could have some feedback. I didn't get any, so I'm going to repeat half the things I've already said. Sorry. I didn't get any feedback from James. Charlotte had edited about every third line in the whole thing. Thank you, dear, for the detail. I spoke to my mother and said, "Mum, will I spend you the speech?" She said, "No." She said, "They're long and boring. Why would I want to read one?" However, it's going to be long and boring, so you'll have to put up with it. I'm here to talk to you as the proud father, the very proud father, welcoming all of you to the wedding of Ibby and Katrina. Katrina's my BFF. For those oldies who doesn't know what it means, its best friend forever. To which my daughter, number 2, informed me that the young ones don't use that term anymore. But Katrina is a chip off the old block, as they say. I'm the block. We've been very close for a very long time, and I'm serious about this. She is someone I can call, and do call quite often, to chat on any topic at all. Even dads need advice sometimes. And she feels free to call me anytime. From the emergency department of the Berlin hospital, where she decided to have her appendix out while on a bus tour. Or from the Kuma hospital, where she decided to spend the night but wanted me to drive down to Periship 2 a.m. in the morning and pick up her car and bring it back again. I'm also proud to welcome Emmy into the family as the newest member. Ibby's, I should have printed it bigger. Ibby's fitted very well into the family from the beginning. And it's not such an easy thing to do sometimes. But I'll get back to Ibby later. We've got more to say. The most important development in the children are the parents, and I wish to especially thank Wendy for all her hard work in raising our children. There were many times when I was away at work and Wendy managed the whole family alone. I'm here to represent both of us and acknowledge how proud we are of Katrina in all aspects of her life. I'd also like to mention the other Mackenzie children, Charlotte, as I've already said, Chief Bridesmaid, and James, MC. The girls are very close, and I'm very pleased and proud about that. They have a special relationship. Thanks to Charlotte for all her hard work and support for Katrina with the engagement party, and also the wedding's hen party. And to James, Master of Ceremonies, who would be closer to his sisters if he ever got round to answering his text messages. Unless, of course, the request in the text message is for something important relating to, say, sailing, or helping Katrina out of her apartment, or any other times that someone needs help in the family. Thanks, mate. It's much appreciated. I'd like to say welcome and hello to Ibby's father, Ibby's brother, Forday, and his partner, Providence, Ibby's uncles, and the other relatives and Ibby's friends who've been able to attend today. Thank you very much for coming. Hello and welcome to all of Katrina's friends over in the far corner. Even if I've met you all at one time or another. Katrina has a great knack of getting on with people, and many here today are here today to celebrate her marriage. I'm especially pleased to welcome the family friends of Wendy and me. It's close friends as well as family who've helped the growth and development of all our children. Times like a trip down the Darling River with the other Mackenzies. Who will forget the dingo pups at Tilpa Station? And I'd like to make a special acknowledgement to Heather and Peter and Kay and N, often known as the Andrews and the Wallaces. These 4 great friends have been in our lives, the Mackenzie family, since we first arrived in Australia almost 30 years ago. Katrina was 10 months old, Charlotte a bulge, and James just a glint in the eye. Over the last 30 years, these 4 close friends have done much to support and guide Katrina's development and provide advice when required. And I couldn't go past mentioning the trip to New Zealand with the Andrews and Wallaces and the memory of all the children playing on Nana and Grandad's farm. We took a photo then of the 9 children all lined up in age group, and we got together about 12, 14 months ago and repeated the same photo, which was fantastic. I'd like to acknowledge the friends and family who cannot be here today. Grandma McQuilker and Nana Mackenzie, who are especially proud of Katrina and Ibby marrying. Also to Katrina's friends in Victoria and South Australia. Members of my family who are looking forward to the excuse of coming to Sydney, but unfortunately now can't make it. On the subject of COVID-19, I need to have a word with Katrina. When Katrina and Ibby planned the celebration, they didn't include a contingency for managing a wedding in the midst of a pandemic. A bit negligent, really. For those who know Katrina, this will come as a bit of a surprise. The project manager in her is very dominant, and to be frank, her excluding the pandemic in the initial planning was a bit of a failure. The first example of Katrina's predilection to managing those around her was quite young, When she asked Wendy what time we're going to the shops, she was about 5 or 6, Wendy's response was the usual, "Oh, in a wee while." "That's not good enough, Mum," responds Katrina. "I need to know the exact time so I can plan to be ready." Or the time at Tara High School when both the girls, where Ghost the girls spent many of their formative years, Katrina became firm friends with Millie, when she was probably in year 8. Millie's the gorgeous redhead in the middle of the girls there. Well, Katrina tried to organise a group of friends to visit Millie in the Southern Highlands for a few days in the school holidays. Each had gone home to ask their parents to make the trip, and all the parents had said no. Katrina came to me and asked, "What do I do, Dad?" My advice was, plan it out properly. Find out what trains, what time, what direction, and write it down. So Katrina worked it all out, wrote down all the details of leaving time, stations where Millie's parents would pick her up. She gave a copy to each of her friends to take home, and what do you know? All the parents said yes. As Katrina often says, failure in the Mackenzie family is not an option. In the project management world, there's a saying that you can't have a baby in 1 month by employing 9 women. But I have to say, Katrina surpassed herself this time by buying a house, getting engaged, marrying, and having a baby all in 12 months. Now, this is the kind of delivery that ensures success for the future. And Ibby, if you're lucky, you might get a mention in these achievements as well. Or you may not. Her approach to work and life stood her in good stead as she moved from a very successful period at Tara University to Bathurst. Bathurst Uni is where the proud father was introduced to the term goon. Again, for those oldies who have not had the pleasure, a goon is the inner plastic bag from a wine cask full of wine. I have little idea what it's used for, but I think it has something to do about going to Bathurst Hospital Emergency Department twice in 2 weeks and calling Dad. Do you see a pattern emerging here? Ibby, if I was you, I'd keep the health insurance well paid up. After university, Katrina succeeded in all she strived for in business world. Her success is based as much on her effort as to the wonderful brain she inherited from both her parents. Have to say, though, her greatest success to date has been meeting and falling in love with Ibby. I haven't known Ibby as long as Katrina. In the time we've known each other, I've become very impressed with Ibby's hard work ethic and his commitment to Katrina. Just after they moved in their apartment, Ibby called me and asked to have lunch. Well, anyone who knows Ibby will understand between his full-time job, his barber shop, and his important export business, Ibby doesn't do lunch as a pastime. So my nose began to twitch. Ibby, the wonderful traditional fellow he is, had come to ask for Katrina's hand in marriage. My respect for Ibby increased again. Project managers aren't necessarily the easiest people to live with. Need I mention the barbecue? That's an inside joke, so I said to Ibby, "Are you sure?" Ibby was very firm that he did and does want to marry Katrina, and now the day is here and the deed's been done. Ibby takes all that's thrown him in his stride, and from what I can see, he has a very deep commitment to Katrina, the baby, and their future life together. I'm proud to welcome Ibby to our family and to look forward as a father and a proud grandfather to spending much more time with you both. Oh, hang on, with the 3 of you. We love you both, Katrina and Ibby, and wish you all the loving and happiness for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, again, charge your glasses and have a toast to Ibby and Katrina.
Okay, round of applause for Katrina's dad. And while we're giving out a round of applause, I think Melody for singing this afternoon at the ceremony definitely deserves a round of applause. It's good to get a bridesmaid and a singer in one, so good hiring on that one. Now we're going to move into the next speech, which is going to be Katrina's sister Charlotte. who's the maid of honour. After working in a wedding venue for many, many years myself, this is part of the evening where things can usually turn quite interesting, as the maid of honour has usually had a few too many drinks. Charlotte's looking conscious, so I'll welcome her up to say a few words.
Hello everyone, good evening. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I hope you've all enjoyed your evenings so far. I know without the dancing, we are getting a little seated. So maybe everyone get up for a minute. Get up, get your stand goal, shake it about, do the jiggle, you know. Say hi to your neighbour if you haven't met him yet. No mingling though. I'm no mingling. We're watching. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight. These are extremely uncertain and unprecedented times, but today has been such a wonderful reminder that there is still love and happiness to be found in the world. For those who don't know me, I am Katrina's younger sister. I have been the pleasure of knowing the bride for 28 years. Came out of the womb together. Hey, Mum. And it's been such a wonderful adventure having Katrina as a sister and as a friend. I would never think that after receiving those many unsolicited haircuts growing up, to being voted out of the family twice, that I would be standing here today, not only getting to celebrate my big sister's special day, but also my best friends. Oh, pause for effect. Oh, don't cry, then I'll cry, and that's embarrassing. Okay, well, like sisters, we haven't always been friends, and we still fight. I mean, negotiate at high volume when the occasion demands. Now that we're older, I can see how lucky I am to have grown up with such a beautiful, passionate, and caring sister. I'm so proud to be your younger sister, Katrina, and have you in my life and as my best friend, and to follow in your footsteps, wearing matching clothes, wearing your hand-me-downs, or even following you onto the hockey team. I always know that you will be there and have my back and support me in everything that I do, like I have yours. And with Ibby being in our lives for the past 4 years, it's been an absolute joy, and it brings me such happiness to know that Katrina has found her perfect match. Someone that knows and loves her, quirks and all. As part of the Hens Party, we asked Ibby to answer some couples questions about Katrina. One of the questions was to describe Katrina in 3 words. He said funny, smart, and gullible. If anyone knows Katrina, no truer descriptor than gullible has ever been used to describe her. Some of the more sordid gullibility of Katrina I will leave out of this speech, but one of the main ones that we heard referenced earlier today during their love story was as part of their proposal. So as I'm getting the retelling of the proposal over FaceTime from Hong Kong, Katrina is sharing how great the hotel had been, giving them free food, which we know is Katrina's number one, and a room upgrade just because she happened to be the guest of the day. It was only at that moment and that retelling of the day's events to myself that she realised that Ibby had actually arranged the entire affair. At least Ibby never had to worry about Katrina finding out that he was going to pop the big question. I'm surprised she didn't even ask for speaker notes when you said it to begin with. The second question that was my favourite that Ibby answered, that I would be remiss of me was not to mention, is what would Katrina bring with her during an emergency? The answer? A food basket. I I don't know if this was pre or post baby K, but either way, I'm following Katrina out the door with that food basket. To the dashing groom, Ibby, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you over the years, and we're truly excited to welcome you into our family. Anyone that can put up with us Mackenzie women is in it for the long haul. Maybe in 10 years you'll also get your long service leave and you and Sam can take your 2 months off together. And with a little Miss Mackenzie on the way, that excitement is doubled. I am so beyond excited for you both and the wonderful adventure that is ahead of you. And baby Kay, we cannot wait to welcome you into the world. You are already so loved and admired, and I just hope that I will be as a good of aunt as Katrina is a sister. Now can we please raise our glasses to the bride and groom. Cheers. Cheers, everyone.
Yes, I'm lucky to have two very strong sisters, and on my dad's point, I'm too scared to reply to their text messages. Case in point. So it's very important from here on out that Ibby, Sam and myself stick together for our own safety. Okay, now we're going to... So come up and say a few words.
Hey, good day. Again? What am I going to start? Jeez. Ibby, Bakala, Bafula. These are all the names that we grew up saying. Hardworking blood. Katrina's dad already said some of those things. And my side of this corner, we all know how hardworking he is. He's a go-getter. Sometimes I see him as a selfish guy. He's my brother. We've been through fitness and thin and everything. You know, he's a tough bloke. You know, I've learned so much from him and I'm still learning stuff from him. We fight every single week. We're still fighting. We've been fighting for the first person to come here. And all of a sudden, like, he was saying about your sister. He took the lead. And yeah, he's been a brother, he's been a friend, he's been a mentor. Everything that I'm doing today, it's because of him. I play football because of him. I want to become a coach because of him. There's so much I will say here that I'm still learning from him. But I didn't just want to learn from him, but we learned this from our old man. He's a hardworking bloke, a very busy bloke when we were growing up. You know, he wasn't there for us. He's a busy man traveling from one place to the other. You know, we never called him dad. I remember the first time when we came to Australia back in 2006. Ibby and I trying to say dad. And those stories is like, whoa, you guys crazy? No. Call me Buffalo. So basically that's his nickname. And if you go, if any of you have the opportunity to go to Sierra Leone or whatever, you go to Freetown, there's one buffalo in the whole Freetown. It doesn't matter what type of video you go to Freetown. And he has one dance, and that one dance, it was like this. He's a man, you know, if Ibby is a hustler today, like everyone is saying, a hustler, he learned that from Mr. General Buffalo. Sometimes he thinks he's a white man. Growing up, there's a funny story that my uncles and some of my adult elders in Freetown, they used to say to us, they're like, oh, your dad, you know, I used to call himself a Dutch. He got his Dutch name called Harold Dutchton. So he had an additional name to his name. He's trying to be like a Dutch. I don't know. I still can't figure out how he wants to become a Dutch, but man, you're black in West Africa, and you're trying to be a Dutch, but we love you, and you know how much we love you. A bit shy, he's not a, but if you get to know him, he's the most kind and most humble and the most, he's willing to do anything for anyone, and he never says no to people. You call him in the middle of the night, he'll get up and help out. I think I get that from him. And Ibby, not so much. Ibby only comes around, you're like, yeah, hold on, yeah. What's it happy? I want to get, well, if you don't understand that, talk to me later on. I'll explain to you. But anyway, Katrina, I can't say much. You look beautiful today. Well, you always look beautiful. You're such a beautiful person. And, we've known each other for a few years now, but every time I meet you, we meet each other. You always put a smile in my face, my little family. You make my kids laugh. They enjoy the time you spend with them. We can't wait to see the little Zahara. And matching him with my kids, Zora, Nara, Zahara. For some reason, I was hoping for a boy, so I can take the boy around for a spin around the football field. But psych. They told us, they're like, no, we're getting another girl. I'm like, oh man, you can't force a girl to play football. I try with my little girls, but yeah, they like to spin around doing the twirls and the Emma wiggles. I'm not a big fan of those things, but I'm gonna play my part as an uncle. But it's beautiful. I wish you guys all the best. I'm always there. If you needed any man stuff at your house, I'm down for it. Any tools that you have, you need, I'm down for it. Thank you.
This is usually the most entertaining part of the night, where we invite the best man to come up and say a few words. So Big Boy, as you make your way up here, for those of you in the room that haven't met Big Boy before, no, that's not his real name. Every time I ask Ibby, why is he called Big Boy? I don't get a straight answer. So maybe Big Boy is going to talk a little bit more about that this evening, maybe. We were lucky enough, Big Boy hosted the Bucks a few weeks ago. Sam and I went along with the boys in the back there, yeah. And of course, we're not going to go into that any further. What happens on the Bucks stays at the Bucks. All I can say is, Big Boy, thank you for letting me sleep on your living room carpet that night. It's a great carpet, great night. And so here we go, Big Boy.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Everybody looks beautiful tonight, and I hope you guys are having a great night. Just to add on what James just said, at Ibby's box night, we had our brother here. He was there with us, and my friend over there, Baby Boy, gave him a name that night. He's like, this is your African name. Just keep the name, don't ask any questions. So he gave him a name, and his name was Sori Sana. But just going back to Ibby, I came from a family where I have no brothers. I have 9 sisters. The first time I met Ibby was playing soccer in Maryland. Some of the boys weren't playing that day and I wasn't there. And they're like, Biggie, there's a guy there, he's very, very good. I'm like, who's that? Like, oh yeah, when you go out there, you will see him. He's got a little brother as well. His brother's good, but the elder one is really good. I'm like, I'm the best in this area. Like, nobody can be better than me. And then I went down to the park and I saw Ibby playing. Like, his first touch was really, really good. And I'm like, that guy looks like he's got a great touch. But here's the thing, I'm a little bit taller than him, so I think I'm gonna be better than him. So the first time I met Ibby, we were just talking about football. And I was just talking about football. He's telling me where he's from, where he's been through. We clicked from day one. From that day onwards, me and Ibby become like a brother. So since then, I took Ibby to his first trials. I'm like, you want to come play for my team? Ibby's like, yeah, let's go. I'm like, that place, I'm the king. You can't be too good. So you gotta just let me be a star. But I took him there, and Ibby was so great. The coach is like, I want to sign him for reserve grade. I'm like, nah, he's better than me. I'm playing first grade. He has to be in the first grade team. He can't play reserve. So since that day, I took a back step to Ibby because I know he was better than me in football. But I've always been a good talker, so I can talk my way through to get to places. But one thing about Ibby, he's very, very perseverance. Like if Ibby says, I want that, Ibby will get it. That's the one thing about Ibby that I love. I don't have it myself. Like, me and Ibby will drive for like an hour. I'll be like, Ibby, can you pick me up to drop me off to Guildford? Ibby be like, yeah, boys, I gotta pick up some things along the way. Like, we'll be driving, we'll go to like 5, 6 houses, and Ibby will come back and the car has like so much money. I'm like, Ibby, where you get all this money from? He's like, hey, everybody owes me money. I just go and pick money around. So, all the boys out here tonight, if you owe Ibby some money, just make sure you have something ready for him. Because I can guarantee you one thing, he's gonna ask you for his money. Ibby doesn't have a book, but he knows everyone that owes him money. And somehow he knows exactly what you owe him. It'll be like 3, 4 years down the track. Ibby will be like, Sam, that guy owes me like $150. I'm like, dude, did you write these things down? How did you know? Ibby's like, I just know. Yeah, but going like on a more serious note, I never have a brother growing up. I've always been the only son in my family. But since I met Ibby, he's been a brother, a big brother, sometimes a little brother, but it works both ways because we're both around the same age. He gives me advice, I give him advice, but one thing me and Ibby that keeps us together is the trust. I could go like 6 weeks without even calling Ibby. But every time we met, it's like there was never a break. And I've always liked that about him. Like I know so many people around in Sydney, but there's one person that I can trust with my life. That's Ibby. And Ibby comes up to me, he's like, dude, let's go to Ivy tonight. I'm like, dude, man, I can't go anywhere tonight. I gotta stay home. He's like, come on, boys, let's go. I'm like, nah, not tonight, man. He's like, come on, man, let's go. I'm like, nah, not tonight. And then Ibby went out. The next day I saw him at soccer, and I'm like, how was your night? Yeah, it was great, man. Is that all? Yeah, I think I met someone. I'm like, Ibs. Yeah, what, anything else? Nah, she's playing hard. And I'm like, come on. I said, Ibby, I know you, man. Like, what's she like? And Ibby's like, this one is a bit different. And I'm like, how different? What do you mean different? He's like, oh, this one is very, very smart. I'm like, Ibby, you only met this girl last night. How'd you know she's smart? He's like, I don't know, man. There's something special about her. I'm like, okay, scratch that. Let's move on. Keep going. Let's do something else. We played the game. The game is over. And a couple of days later, Ibby texts me. He's like, Biggs, what you doing tonight? I'm like, I'm just home, man, doing nothing. Hey, let's go out. We went out, but this is when I knew Ibby was serious about Katrina. Ibby is the guy, when he's out, he doesn't play with his phone. I'll check the sports score, I'll check the basketball games, I'll check the NRL, I'll check football, I'll check different sports. Ibby never takes his phone out. Ibby's phone is in the pocket. But then Ibby that night, somehow, he was on his phone. Ibby in the corner. Like, boys, the party's going on. He's like, I gotta put some things in place. I'm like, Ibs, come on, man, the party's going. He's like, nah, man, nah. Boys, I gotta go. I'm like, Ibby, we just got here. He's like, nah, don't worry. He's like, boys, here's a car key. You can drive the car home. I'm going. I don't know where Katrina was, but Ibby just went. And Ibby never came back for the whole night. And the next day I text Ibby, I'm like, how was the night? He's like, hey, that's the girl, man. But this is when I realized that Ibby is in a safe hand. Ibby started telling me about doing business. She let me be who I am. She makes me happy. And most importantly, she doesn't want to change who I am. She supports who I am. And I told him, like, Ibby, from a brother to a brother, that's a keeper. And Ibby's like, yeah, I know. I don't know what to do, man. I'm like, dude, you know what to do. You just don't want to do it. I'm like, just go ahead and do what you need to do. He's like, oh yeah, I think she's the one. And then Ibby went on a holiday. And my wife, I'm like, Ibby, you going to China? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you going to Katrina? You go to China to buy a business. It's not a holiday spot. He's like, nah, boys, this is special, man. We're going to China. I'm like, okay, whatever. Go. Ibby goes to China. I'm sleeping, and my wife looks, and Ibby already told me what was going on. So I knew something was going to happen. But I didn't know it was going to happen there. And then my wife looked on Instagram. She said, oh, I think Ibby's asked Katrina to marry him. I'm like, oh yeah, really? I act surprised. I'm like, yeah, this was gonna happen. And then Ibby told me, he's like, Katrina's the one. She's very lovely, very special, very strong, smart. And most of all, she's a family person. I'm like, yeah, that's what we need. Because we came from a large family. If you're gonna take us, there's a lot of baggage that comes along with us. Everybody out here you see tonight, we may not call each other every night, but at the end of the day, we're still family. Because that's all we have, that's all we know. We grew up in a place where family is the most important thing that you can hold on to. We may not like each other every day, but I can guarantee you, if you go out there trying to say something to Ibby, you gotta say it to all of us. So Ibby like, Biggie, I want you to be my best man. Like, boys, you ready to do this thing? He's like, yeah, man, let's do it. And then Ibby told me the date. I'm like, that's very close to my birthday. So it's been a great ride. And I'm like, let's do this. But the one thing about Ibby Katrina, if you're gonna do anything, make sure you plan everything and just tell Ibby, here's what you need to do. This is the list of what you need to do. Just let him do it. We didn't even have a tie to wear tonight. I'm like, boys, what are we wearing? Do we have a tie? He's like, yeah, don't worry about it, we'll fix something up. So this morning, we went to DFO, we got our haircuts done, we bought some socks, I bought the shoes, I didn't even know what shoes we're gonna wear. I'm like, Ibby, is it brown or black shoes? Ibby's like, boys, don't worry, man, we'll wear something. So planning is not our thing, but we can get things done. When the time comes, we will get it done. It may not be perfect, but we'll have everything that we need for that moment. So, from me to you to Katrina and the rest of the family on this side and the family on this side, now that Ibby and Katrina are together, our family is getting bigger. We're getting a large family. And there's little baby K on the way coming. And my last name initials it's K as well. So it's just blending in. We're just getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, but Katrina, you've got a hustler. You got a strong man. Ibby is strong-willed. Ibby might not talk too much, but he knows exactly what he wants to do. He may not tell you all the details, but he knows exactly what he wants to do and how he's going to do it. He may not have a program, a plan, but he will get to it. And for you, Ibby, as a brother, Katrina as a wife, you got to respect her. Just keep doing what you've been doing. You've been great for Katrina, and I continue to do that. And hopefully, God bless you married, and you got a baby coming. I'm going to be an uncle. I have a son. My son and your daughter cannot be best friends. But nah, just scratch that. But I came from a family with a lot of women. So if you need anything, as a friend, as a brother, I'm going to be there for you. I've always been there for you. Anytime you need me, you know what to do. I may not call you every week. I may not even answer your call some of the times. But I'm always going to be there for you. and I respect you, salute you. Katrina, take care of our brother. Thank you all.
Of course. Now we move to Ibby. Before you jump up, while I've got you in the hot seat, Ibby. As the brother of the bride, I think it's my duty to have a few words while I'm here as well. I first heard of Ibby a few years ago. Met at Ivy. That can't be good. I've been to Ivy, just can't be good. Prove me wrong. And as I get to know Ibby over the last few years, I've definitely enjoyed chatting with him, learning more about him, his family, his culture, and more to the point, how much my sister loves him. And I think, as was said just before, I think Katrina and Ibby definitely are their own people, and they both respect each other, and that's why it works. It's a matter of they both love each other, but they're both their own person. Ibby may disappear, as he's been known to do. And Katrina will turn up to her breakfast or something, and where's Ibby? I don't know. What can you know, do we need the police, search party, anything? No, he does this all the time. How long has it been? Half a day, 2 days? Like, when did we raise the alarm? But he has always turned up. So far. And I just wanted to quickly share one story in particular that sticks out to me when I think of Ibby, and I have been using it quite regularly amongst my friends. One night we're at Katrina and Ibby's apartment, and I'm learning a little bit more about what Ibby does for work. It's always baffled me a little bit for someone that works for the government, works 9 to 4. I just can't get what Ibby does. But what I do know that Ibby works very hard. He works his job that he has for a few years now, overnights or irregular hours. He comes home in the morning, leaves early, does weird hours. He'll have a couple of hours sleep and then he's up again. Where's he gone? He's off to the next job. He's off to the hairdresser. He's off to the barber. He's off. Where's he going? He's gone to the next shop. He's there. Which is good. It's good to be financially stable. But this particular night at dinner, Ibby turns around to me and goes, "James, you know where I can sell some boogie boards?" And I thought about it for a bit. I thought, what do you mean sell boogie boards? They live in Maryland, couldn't be further from the sea. I said, yeah, I don't know, some campgrounds or, holiday places, something like that. How many you got to sell? Oh, a few hundred. Whatever you do is don't ask where he got them from. I'm sure it's all above board. Anyway, we all actually had a good conversation about it and talked about these things. It's the middle of the winter, mind you, so sales have been slow. Ibby, maybe, yeah. And as we got further into the conversation, what else do you have to sell, Ibby? Sneakers, other things that come around, but he manages to sell them. And he told me that it's all about turning it for a quick profit and doing well. I said, I might think about doing something like that. I wouldn't mind making a bit of money on the side. Ibby said to me, "James, you're too white." Which I don't take offence to. But Ibby, if you ever need help selling those boogie boards, I'm happy to learn your ways. And then we got to the end of the conversation, he goes, "I've also got some fishing poles." And that about sums up Ibby. Unpredictable, but at the same time, he's incredibly honest, incredibly stable. He makes my sister happy, which makes us all happy. And at the end of the day, what you see is what you get. He's incredibly honest, and that's why we're happy to welcome you into the family this evening. So I welcome up Ibby.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for coming. It's such a beautiful night tonight. You know, if you asked me 5 years ago, honestly, I got no idea what I was doing. Don't even know if I'm ever going to get married or something. Don't even know what's happening. But you know what? You never know what's out there. You definitely can see people, but you don't know them. Thank you, everyone, for coming again. I'm very, very excited about this whole wedding, especially today. First of all, before I even start the speech, I would like a toast for my beautiful wife that's sitting right there. I don't know where to start with me and you. I don't even know. But you know what? Sometimes no one's going to know how you feel about other people unless yourself. But you know how I express myself to you all the time. I would like to make a wish, a toast as well, to all the families that are here, my dad's side, and your family as well. Sorry, I thought that was a table. That's why I actually took my glass. I could have just stand there. Thank you very much. Toast to both families. Thanks, my dad. Thank you very much. You know, I've never said this before to you, but hey, I love you. I've never ever said I love you in my entire life since you get back to me, but I do love you. Because you always believe in one thing in your life. You always wanted us to get the best life. But due to the unfortunate situation we are in Africa, you know, I wouldn't hold anything against you. I love you from my bottom of my heart. Moving on to this. Come on, I'm going to talk about my wife. It's too much about my dad. Let's go on. Let's go. Whoa. Love. Don't stop cooking. Don't, because you know what? My dad walked in my house one day, and then he goes, Ibby, you're fat. I think she's cooking too much food. And I'm like, no more you're coming in here. It's not in a bad way, Dad. I love you. I love you, Dad. I love you. Thanks. I want to thank my uncles. You know, for all these years, you guys been, you know, looking after me. You know, Uncle Saidu, Sheku, Boxer, you know, Auntie Saleh, and all the ones back home. Unfortunately, they were not here. I want to thank you guys for these years. You guys been looking after me, you know, to make me be the man I am today. And a special thanks to my grandma. She's not here today. You know, she raised me up to be who I am, you know. And I know Katrina probably knows this. Not everyone knows this. You know, I was raised up by my grandma. She's special. She's very, very special. And she taught me how to respect people. And she always said, respect, you know, it comes with love. If you respect people, you always love them. So if you don't respect them, they will never give it back to you. And in our relationship, love, it's one thing we always believe on since we start. First day, we establish respect. Because we might be different, come from a different background, different growing up. But we always say, if you respect the situation, we always respect each other. So I love you, always gonna love you, and I'm always gonna respect you. You know, my grandma, you know, raised me up. You know, I know sometimes people, you know, say I'm selfish, but realistically, I'm not selfish. She raised us up, you know, to work, not to be rich, but not to ask anyone. She raised us up not to be, I don't know how to put it. You just, Thank you very much. Thank you. She taught us, how to work for what you believe. And one thing she always said to me, she said, no one's going to give it to you if you don't work for it. They will come to you. They will pretend they will give you, but hey, they probably want something back in return. But if you work for yourself, there's no expectation. It's yours. You do what you want to do with it. So if you want to take more, think about this twice before you come. It's not going to go. Love. Thank you very much, Katrina. I would like to thank your family again. Mr. Malcolm, thank you very much. Wendy, thank you very much. Charlotte, thank you, James. Sorisana, I can't wait for your day. I'm telling you, mate. I can't wait for your day, mate. Love, since the years I met you, I don't know, but no one's gonna tell, and even my family wouldn't tell. When I met you, only few of my friends would tell that, I was in a situation in my life where I don't know what I could do. Finish playing football, stop coaching, didn't even know. All I wanted to do was just party, It's I was into something that, it's good not to say, but I'll leave it at that. Lucky you come along that night. Where's Alpha? Is he gone? So it's one of those Ibby's days where I had a long day at work on Thursday night. I came home very tired, and Alpha called me. He goes, "Mike, let's go out." And then I said, "Oh yeah, let me call Big Boy." Call Big Boy. Big Boy said, "Nope, okay. Start looking for another mate." Cool. And then Alpha said, "Okay, man, let's go." And then me and Alpha, jump on the car, go out, standing on the dance floor, and this beautiful looking, gorgeous woman walked past me. I'm like, oh man, this thing, man. And then trying to grab her hand, and then she's like, ooh, just looked at me like that. I don't know, she stopped, and then I goes, "Oh, what's your name?" And then she gave me Katrina. I said, "No, you can't forget that name." She kept that name, and she walked past, and then, and then I remember the name. I don't think I should say that again, because you're my wife now. And I won that fight that night, I'll tell you that. Okay, so me and Alpha decided to go home that night, and then, we came out of Ivy and standing there, and then Katrina walked past, and then I goes, "Hey, Katrina." And then she just looked at me like, "Huh?" And then we start talking, and then Alpha said, "Hey, can I drop you home?" And then she said, No, I'm just going to get Uber. I said, "Hey, please, let me get you home." She said, No, you're not coming, mate. And then I said, please. He goes, "You're not coming." He said, "You're a very nice guy. I like you very much, but hey, look, you can go home." I said, "Look, please." I pushed it. My friends know me. If I want something, I always push for it. I wouldn't stop, and, definitely she said, "Okay, yes, let's go now." And then she jumped in the car, dropped her home, and then I told my friend, "Alpha, take this car key, go home, I'll stay here." And then she was like, "Go back. You're not coming here, mate. You go home." She said that to me. She's like, "Go home, you're not coming." I said, "Okay." And then I went home, and after that night, we keep texting each other, we keep talking, and then, as we keep talking, things going really well, and I'm thinking, oh shit, this is real, man. So this is real, and it was real. And, the rest is all stories. I met the dad, Malcolm. I want to say thank you again. I always told Katrina, I said the first time I met you and the time that I met Wendy as well, those two could have been the break I'll make of this gathering here. Unfortunately, you welcomed me just like a son. I really appreciate it. And thank you again. Thank you, Wendy, for accepting me into your family, guys. I really appreciate that. Charlotte, James, the holidays, Charlotte, New Zealand. That was a good one. But we won't talk about that because you probably, she's my wife now, so she can do anything for me. She's my wife now, she can do anything for me, I'll tell you that. Oh, thank you, Melly. Oh my God. She's a tough cookie, that one too. December, I think when we started dating, the 1st December, when she had a party in her apartment. Usually when we have party, me and Big Boy, every Christmas, maybe the last 10 years, we're having a big party. That year, I sneaked Big Boy out, went to Katrina's friend having a party there, and then guess what? Millie said to me, "Don't hurt my friend, I will tell you that." She said that to me, I will never forget that. Don't hurt her. And when she said that, I know she's a tough cookie, that one. And, love, let's put all jokes aside. You're the best thing that I've ever wanted in my life. Since I was growing up as a little kid in Freetown, Sierra Leone, if you know Sierra Leone, if you want to know about Sierra Leone, you can find out. I always want to have my own family. I always want to grow up with my own kids. I always want to raise my own family. As a young boy, I believe, raising my own kids. Unfortunately, I wouldn't blame my parents. I respect them. I will always love them. Because of the situation, I always will love them. But I want to do my own family. And I want to do it in my own way, in my own style. Love. And I believe me and you are the perfect partner to do that. You are. There's a lot. Melody, what would I say? That was a good performance down there. I like that. That was good. Since Katrina told me about you, she told me, and we've been to a couple of your concerts where you perform, and I can see the artistic in you. And keep it up, love. You're best friend. You're a good friend. Thank you. I really appreciate for tonight you coming here. Ailey, oh, Corona. Shit. Is he outside? No. We probably told her the story about the old day. Maybe we'll send her the video. She's a lovely friend as well of Katrina. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic we're on right now, she couldn't be here. Went to Melbourne one trip. She's the same one said, look, don't muck up here. If nothing serious, piss off. But unfortunately, the girls that I know, I was raised up by a woman. Say, when a woman nag, you just be patient if you know what you want. Don't go back, say yeah, because you're gonna put yourself in a big trouble. I just still hang in there. I know exactly what I wanted, love, and I believe I've got it. Strongly, 100%, 200%, that you are my wife from today. You are. Oh, big boy. Mate, I don't know, man. Thanks, boys. Felix is my older brother there. The one in the middle next to Big Boy is my older brother. Jabi is a younger one as well for me. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Even though Big Boy, as everyone knows me, I'm not a planner. I'm a doer. Don't plan for me. If you don't want me to do anything, just as soon as you start planning, I wouldn't show up. Just let's do what we need to do. Because don't, it's not, look, I know some people might think it's a bad thing, but it's not. You know, this is me. And I don't know, that's how I'm comfortable. Because I can fix things when the situation arises. But if you told me when the situation is not there, yeah, I can't do it. Don't put that before me. I can fix it when it comes. Because I believe there's always ways to fix it. You know? So, okay, let's leave that aside. Okay. Thank you guys. I want to thank all the people that organized this wedding. You know, Wendy, Malcolm, you know, photographers, sorry boss, what's your name, sir? What was it? Look, thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys for putting all this together. You know, my family as well. Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it. I want to thank my beautiful wife. You know, she's been on this for 1 year. You know, she asked me to, you know, all the things that she asked me to do in this wedding. I will tell you guys, today's the last day, and everything showed up on the last day. Every single thing showed up on the last day. What time did you get the USB, sir? Tonight. What time did you guys get the toy? Today. See? Don't kill yourself if the things, you know, if it doesn't happen yet, just wait. It will happen. We're here, we're all having fun. Love, I want to say, you look stunning tonight. You look beautiful. If one thing will kill me in this world, it's you. Dot. In our relationship, I can always say we value family. And, you know, I grew up in a big family, and I grew up in a big house. You know, my grandparent had 11 kids. I know, Miss, she's freaking out. She thought that's going to be a repeat, but no. No, it's not going to happen like that. You know, one day my uncle walked into Katrina and goes, I think when she's pregnant, and then she said, oh, you know, I told her, goes, oh, we're having a baby. He goes, oh, yeah? Good. How many? And then my uncle said, my younger uncle goes, you know, you guys going to have 11 kids? And then Katrina just looked and go, fuck, is that say? And I'm like, don't worry, don't listen to my uncle, that one. So don't listen to him. 11 kids. Nah, but that was a joke. No, my kids, my grandma definitely had 11 kids. She did, had 11 kids. And I tell you, she raised all of 11 kids in one house. She makes sure every single one of hers had something to eat. And she will never ask anyone what to eat. And that's one thing she taught me. You work for what you want. Don't ask. Because when you ask, they'll come back and ask you for something you don't have. Don't ask them, leave them. You get keep yours, let them keep theirs. People think that's selfish, but it's not. But that's the rule. Let me talk about my missus. I think I've been bragging about this family. And now I'm making my family now. Love. I don't know what to say. Can we go home now? Can we go home now? I would like to make the last toast to my beautiful wife again. Thank you, guys. I love you. Cheers to my beautiful wife. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much.
I've known since 17, you and me are meant to be, and I can't say I understand. I just wanna hold your hand. I don't believe a diamond rings guarantee us anything, but promises always true. If I can't be there with you, then I'll stay till my breath goes away. I will stay till my breath goes away. I'll stay. I'll stay. We didn't have to fight to find this love we now call yours and mine. Oh, this love is beautiful. Baby, you are beautiful, and I'll stay till my breath goes away. I will stay till my breath goes away. I will stay till my breath goes away. I will stay till my breath goes away. Soon enough, we'll be old and gray. Tell me now, what would I change anything? I will stay till my breath goes away. I will stay till my breath goes